Yeah.
Heck
We're
yeah.
live.
So, you got a haircut.
I did.
And I heard a little story about how that whole experience went down that I thought was pretty funny. And I think I'm going to share with the many thousands of people who watch this show.
How did it go down?
Is it true that you basically brought a picture of Chris Evans to the barber and said like this?
Yeah. You didn't know that was a thing?
No, I mean, I do know that's a thing. I have a hard time picturing, you being as like the guy who's like, this is the celebrity that I want my hair to look most like. Or sorry, was it Chris Evans?
It was, I'm pretty sure that's his name.
The Captain
It's
America
Captain
guy.
America.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So I watched.
Happy right now.
Oh, I have sound on. I watched Captain America Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
And I was like, that man has got it going on. I want my hair to look like that. And I went to the hairdresser, and we had a little bit of a language barrier. So
Sure.
I was trying to describe his hair, and it wasn't working. And then after a bit, I was just like, just give me like one moment. And I picked up my phone, and I was like, and she's like, okay. And then I just looked up Captain America Winter Soldier and was like, this. And she was like, okay. And it didn't end up really looking like that.
I was not going to say anything.
Yeah, no, not at all. But like, I was like, okay, that actually looks pretty all right, though. And then I had my own thing. It didn't end up really looking like that.
Okay. You know what? That's that's fine. That's great. So, okay, you got to tell me, how premeditated was this? Like, have you been growing into like scraggly man over the last little bit? Because the intention was to start with a larger block of clay from which to sculpt Captain America. Like, was that the plan?
No. So you don't really know the story.
Here, because I'm gonna get even more personal here, because you also like put on a bunch of weight.
Yes.
Was that the same plan? So you could sculpt Captain America from.
Yeah, that's absolutely.
So is there some truth to, because, okay, look, like, he actually is far more serious about working out than I am, and the weight that he had on, now that this is not necessarily true of like 3 years ago, but the weight that he had on like 6 to 12 months ago, I can make fun of him about because it was intentional. Yeah. So you were going for full beefcake.
Yes.
So is it easier to build big muscles by building just a bunch of weight first and then converting it?
Well,
do I understand this correctly?
You do them both. So you eat an excess while working out a ton, and you build a lot of muscle during that time.
Okay.
And then you cut down the fat and probably a little bit of muscle, but you try to retain as much muscle as you can.
Got it. See,
you don't then reverse it to turn it into. Yeah, you build up the muscle at the same time.
Got it.
That's why, remember I was doing those like crazy leg presses?
Yes, yeah.
That was when I was at my heaviest weight.
Okay, so back to the premeditation of the Chris Evans haircut.
Okay, so you don't know the actual story then, because the Chris Evans haircut was like 2014.
Okay.
This one was not a Chris. I brought my own picture. I
You
showed
brought
her
your
a picture
own
of me.
picture of your previous Chris Evans haircut?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I think I found your problem. Why would you do that?
No, I think it looks fine right now.
Oh yeah, it looks fine.
Yeah.
It just doesn't look like Captain America.
No, but I gave up on that. I don't care about that anymore.
Okay.
I just wanted what I had before. This whole idea was, I'm not on camera as much anymore.
Right.
So I was like, I'm finally going to do something I've wanted to do for a while.
Okay.
Which was, I wanted to get Viking beard, Viking hair.
Oh, so more Chris Hemsworth.
I guess.
That's Thor.
Yeah.
We're going to bring everything back to Marvel characters.
To Chris.
Yeah.
To Chris and
Marvel characters named Chris in real life. Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess that was more the idea. And then
Sure.
as of now-ish, I'm like, nah, it's not working.
Okay.
So this is probably going to go away too.
Really?
Probably.
You're going to ditch the beard? You're not going to go like keto stash, are you?
No. It would, like, trimming back down to what it was more like when I had hair more like this.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like the stubble kind of style.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So
like you've had 5 o'clock shadows for 3 days kind of style.
I mean, the thing with you is like you don't really need to make your chin line like stronger. Like it's how do I say this tactfully? When Colton shaves his beard.
Wow! How do I say this tactfully? Name.
it's not that. Okay, it's not that it makes it look like he has a weak chin. It's just that his beard makes his jawline and chin look stronger.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I think mine almost does the opposite effect because the hair's like round around it. And they curl around.
Yeah.
So my biggest problem has been that it likes to go in.
Yeah.
So it's not coming down.
Beard.
Yeah.
Neckbeard man.
Yeah.
That's the haircut.
Even if I shave all the way up to actually though.
Is Neckbeard man a thing?
It's like a superhero called Neckbeard Man.
Thing.
There's the fedora guy. There's the like fedora guy meme. Oh, that guy. Yeah, no. Yeah.
Which one?
That
this
one.
guy?
Yeah. That's a famous like meme picture.
Okay.
So is that one, but this one's like.
Yeah, but these are just.
This is Neckbeard guy.
These are
though.
just like men with neckbeard. These are not like Neckbeard man to the rescue.
Yes. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. That's true.
Which I think could be done. Yeah. I mean, so we actually.
So it could be in the book you're writing.
I wrote a few things.
Really?
I did. I'm not gonna bring them up on screen.
Okay.
But I think. Can I help you, Brandon?
No, it's fine.
Oh, okay. Are we beautiful?
Yeah,
How's your back?
slightly better.
Oh, okay. That's good.
Still can't lift things.
Oh, jeez.
So I actually haven't decided whether or not to include any of this, but I did write a few things down. I have a thought for my foreword. Okay.
Okay.
If I was a total sellout, I'd have structured this book as an inspirational story about how anyone can do it if they try hard enough, and a collection of tips to help you achieve what I've achieved.
Yeah.
But then, if I wasn't, what did I say? But then if I wasn't interested in making money, I wouldn't bother writing a book at all. It's a pretty transparent cash grab from my perspective. So this is the level of honesty that we're going for here.
I like it.
I don't know if I'll include that, but I think it's pretty funny. Those 2 points actually were not related. They just ended up in the same paragraph for no reason. That's why they don't really flow very well. Look, we're talking like a couple of words on a page. We're not talking like even like draft stages right now.
Yeah.
But I guess what I would want it to be is something honest. I wouldn't want it to be like, Disney princess story.
Yeah.
Anyone can make it. Because the cold hard truth, if I'm being honest with everyone, including myself, is that in the current climate, I don't know if I would have made it. And clearly, I had the stuff to make it if the time was exactly right and the circumstances were exactly right. I firmly believe that any amount of success is some proportion, and I couldn't tell you exactly what it is, but some proportion skill and another very important proportion luck, right place, right time.
But like effectively everything in life is that.
Yes, of course. I mean, with luck any worse, I could have been hit by a bus when I was 6.
Right.
You never know.
Yeah.
That dent in my head could have gone all the way through and killed me,
And there's crazy stuff like that the whole way through. I think for me, I don't know if this is true for the audience.
You
or
could have
not.
died a lot of times.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Anyway,
I've been hit by cars multiple times and
yeah,
stuff. That's,
like actually.
Yeah, like yeah.
Like was it your first WAN show when you were like in a sling from getting hit by a car?
Yes.
Yeah. That was a thing.
Yeah. What was I going to say? For me, I think it would be genuinely a lot more interesting to hear about the hardships.
Right.
I probably know about a fair amount of them, but like, I feel like as a reader, if they care, they're
Right.
going to be more interested in that. I feel like writing a self-help book, like I'm 100% certain you could, and I think you'd be great. But I don't think it's the best thing you could do.
I also think I could become like a televangelist. I
Yep.
think I'd be excellent at it.
I'm
but
sure you could.
that doesn't mean that I think those people should have the jets that they fly.
Yeah.
Or that I think that there's any moral ground to stand on for. And I'm not going to say all of them because maybe there's an exceptional one.
Yeah, sure.
But the entire, and I'm not getting into my religious views here because it actually doesn't matter. I could be Buddhist, atheist, Christian, like it actually just really doesn't matter. I have enough knowledge of Christianity, I will say that much, to know that the whole plant a seed of money in hopes that it will come back to you thing is nothing but horse shit. And it was never endorsed by any figure in, like, you can go looking hard enough in the Bible and you can find validation for pretty much anything. It's like, oh, here's these 4 words taken entirely out of context that appear to back up the argument I'm trying to make. Yeah, that's a bad scene. It's a bad thing to do. But I forget where we were going with this. Oh yeah, I could write a self-help book and it would probably be good. But I'm a bit of a cynic, and I take kind of a cynical approach to self-help books. I think that the most helpful thing you can do for yourself is go out and start helping yourself. Then again, there's a lot of people that have said, I read 7 Habits for Highly Effective People, or I read How to Make Friends and Influence People, or I read this, or I read that. I haven't read any of them, so I can't specifically endorse any of them. But
I find an interesting
they've said it changed your life.
Yeah. An interesting observation I've had about those things.
Yeah.
Sometimes you'll hear something a million times from your parents or your friends or your partner or something, and you brush it off, and then you read it on some random book by someone who you're supposed to listen to, and you're like, oh my goodness, it's so profound. And it's the same damn thing you've heard 3 million times.
Yeah.
Like, actually show up to work and stuff like that, which is like, hey, which seems to be a problem in some cases. Don't buy that crazy expensive car when you shouldn't. And then you read a self-help like finance book, and it's like, hey, don't buy that super expensive car, and you're like, whoa, I never thought about that. Like, I don't know. So sometimes people might just need that like little extra kick, but who knows. So those are all, only you have those.
Did this turn off? Are we dead? Are we down? Oh no, we're up on you. Oh wait, we're back. Okay, I don't know what just happened there. Okay, anyway. What are we even talking about today?
There's some weird news. It's not amazing news.
Oh,
There's
right.
news.
We're hiring.
Yeah.
Everyone is hiring.
Yep.
We are actually hiring a total of somewhere between 6 and more positions.
It's like almost every department at both companies.
Yeah, so there's going to be a dedicated video over on the Linus Tech Tips channel because this is a pretty big wave. But we're hiring between 1 and 2 writers. We're hiring a grip. We're hiring 2 shooters/editors. So that's the LMG side. You're hiring
an infrastructure DevOps person who specializes more on the development side, like building automation tools for the infrastructure team, and a generalized JavaScript developer.
And then, in addition to that, and actually WAN Show is a perfect place to discuss this, LMG is in a really unusual, sort of new and exciting position where we have an opportunity right now to invest in something totally new and different. Where if someone were to come to me, like some podunk channel with 62 subscribers or whatever else, where they have like what they think is a really amazing concept, but like I was alluding to before, in the current climate, for whatever reason, they are finding it challenging to break out because it's so hard to break out on YouTube.
Yeah.
You got to convince the audience. You got to convince other creators. Like if you want to collab to try to grow faster, you've got to convince the algorithm, the almighty algorithm.
Oh, gee.
Praise the algorithm.
No.
You've got to do all these things. And so if someone felt like they're really onto something, we would wait for the we're hiring video. Don't just start messaging me on Twitter.
Yeah.
But we would be quite interested in hearing from you and trying something totally different because, as you might imagine, there's a lot of people in this building that have passions that extend beyond technology. James was trying to pitch me doing a documentary. Brandon has wanted to do more shorts and even a feature at some point since before I hired him. He also wants to do more commercial work. Just trying to think of individual people who have particular things they want to work on. I've wanted to do a really good toy channel since before Channel Super Fun.
Yeah.
And Channel Super Fun morphed into not a toy channel, but maybe there's the potential to bring back that original concept and turn it into something new. So, you know, Colton is actively pursuing, actually right now, more of like an agency role for Linus Media Group, where we will take on, in fact, one of our clients is sitting right here. So where we'll take on smaller influencers and broker deals for them with larger brands. And we actually did something with Luke, who, as you guys know, doesn't work for Linus Media Group anymore, where he went to PAX East, was it?
TwitchCon?
Something, whatever.
I should probably know this.
Where was I?
I think it was TwitchCon.
What was I doing there? I think it was TwitchCon.
Yeah.
So that's something that we're exploring. So we're at sort of this bizarre point where I find myself, for the first time since starting this company, kind of paralyzed, like paralyzed by choices, because we can do anything, but not everything. So we have to make the right choice, because we're still a small company in that we can't just go like, oh, let's start 20 new YouTube channels and let's
which never really works out anyways.
Let's start building 6 different physical products and see which ones come to fruition. Like we're that's not really our jam. We're more about sort of doing a few things and doing them as well as we possibly can.
Yeah.
I mean, LTX is another thing that's sort of like going crazy right now. And oh, by the way, we ran the numbers. You know that stupid spitball number that I threw out last week, $250,000. It actually is like really close.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's about how much it's going to cost us. Now, the good news is we ran other numbers, and if everything goes absolutely perfectly, there is a chance we'll break even.
Okay.
So that's neat. that was exciting.
So I suspect there will be some additional costs, and we'll just be like a little bit below instead of a lot below.
Yeah, which I honestly is like the perfect place to be for me. Like we throw a great big party for all of our supporters and have a bunch of fun, and like Corsair pays for it, like that kind of thing. To be clear, we actually don't know for sure if Corsair's coming. I was supposed to have a blog post for you guys this week that was going to be brands that have either expressed interest or like are pretty much coming for sure, but we don't want to lock any of that down quite yet. One thing I can tell you guys is very soon I will have an update for you on when ticket sales are going live. It looks like we've worked out most of the wrinkles with how we're splitting revenue with DreamHack, so like it's going to be exciting.
Good. That's really good.
You know what's interesting? Have you noticed how challenging your hairdo is for online video compression to handle?
Whoa.
So let's go 1080p on YouTube over here. And especially when you look down, you can see it doesn't actually look that great. And then over on Floatplane.
Hey! That actually looks really sharp.
That actually looks a lot better, doesn't it? Pretty cool, huh?
Damn. All right. That's cool.
Hey.
Floatplane looks great. Also, everyone that was subscribed on the 31st got their 2 free months. That was expensive, but it's done, so that's cool.
How much did that cost us? Oh yeah, I guess if we say that number, then people will know how many people are subscribed to Floatplane.
People will know how many people are subscribed on the new site,
which is everything now.
Yeah. Which is a lot lower. We lost some people in the transition, which is not surprising.
We knew that was going to happen.
Yeah. It's actually not as much lower as I thought it might have been.
Really?
But it also wasn't like as great retention as I had hoped for, so we're kind of like in the middle.
You know what? I think it's okay because the thing we still haven't done, and it's crazy to think about it, Linus Media Group still hasn't done a dedicated video driving people to subscribe to Floatplane. That has never happened.
No.
So I think once we're ready to rock.
Are we ever gonna do a Scrapyard Wars again?
I don't know. Secret Shopper was kind of like...
Yeah. It felt like it. I got that sort of like vague vibe.
It's serialized. We're kind of like exploring something. There's some tension. There's like...
More or less a team, more or less judgment.
If the right deal came along where we could do Scrapyard Wars in a way that was really different from before. The problem is, I think, just shopping for used computer hardware in Langley, I feel like is kind of played out for me. Like, I don't know what I would do that differently. Like, we've kind of...
Yeah, I know.
The stuff we joked about in the early seasons, like, oh, what if I bought stuff and flipped it for a profit and put that towards my budget? Like...
That's become a norm now.
We just, like, all started doing it at one point.
Yeah.
And
we've been to all, like, the weird haunts. Like, I don't think there's going to be that many...
Yeah, like, I'm not going to find another crack pipe in a computer, and if I did, it would be like, been there, done that.
Yeah.
Whereas if like, a big sponsor came along...
Yeah, there's ideas.
Like, we want to fund Scrapyard Wars Euro Tour. And we do, like, a crazy challenge. Like, we're over there for 2 weeks, and you have to build an entire computer buying a different component buying only one component per country. Or something... just utterly stupid like that, where this is a season of a show.
Yeah.
You know, or forget 2 weeks. Like, we're over there for 6 weeks or something like that, and we've got celebrity entrants, and we've got
one thing I've even wanted to do.
Then maybe
one thing I've wanted to do is where neither you nor me compete, and we commentate. But we, like, commentate live.
It would either be great
or horrible,
or
and I
totally
don't know
suck.
which one.
And we'd have invested a week of everyone's time in it by the time we'd find out. Probably more, because we'd probably have to edit the damn thing before we'd find out.
Yeah.
So that's really tough. That's a tough pill for me to swallow, because when we have a situation like that, we can't ask an outside party to fund it. I have to fund it.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if it's going to work.
One of the ideas that I had for that was, and I'm not saying this is better, a big warning, is that it wasn't even really a VOD thing. We could maybe chop it up and make them into VODs, but the idea would be we, like, confiscate devices.
So you'd want actually, like, many hours of watchable content.
Live stream.
Live.
And we have people with, like, mobile live streaming rigs, which I've been doing a lot of research on, and are, like, not that hard to build. Like, actually really good ones.
Yeah, I built a terrible one once. That was cool.
But you can build, like...
Yeah, shut up.
Actually very
enough
good
of your
ones,
attitude.
and it would be fine.
Jerk.
And you could, like... We could have cameras following them throughout the whole day, and then just make sure that they're not allowed watching each other's streams. They can't go on to whatever, so they can't see what the other team's doing.
Well, everyone would see you stream peeking on stream.
On stream, yeah. So, like, it's... You know.
Unless you're in, like, the bathroom or something.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, you'd have to have rules around bathrooms. Like, look, you got 3 minutes, okay? Like,
confiscate people's phones.
Get in there and get out.
Like
yeah,
that.
take their phones.
Yeah.
Just, hey, mute your mic, all right?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. It could, but then again, the same problem. It might be 8 hours of just, like, boring trash.
Which is, like, honestly has been the problem with episode 1 of almost every season.
Yeah.
With it cut down?
Yeah. So, like, genuinely 8 hours of people being like, man, I'm just really not finding anything on Craigslist. Like, it could be, like, really bad.
What's with all these old iMacs?
Yeah.
Does everyone in California just use the iMac?
Exactly. So, I don't know. I don't really know how to solve the problem. I was just thinking with, like, that would be a nice... Every time we do Scrapyard Wars, Floatplane goes, whoop.
Yeah, I know.
Every time.
With that said, it looks like the virtual ticket, which I was asked not to talk about, well, it's too late now. We're live. The virtual ticket at LTX is probably going to have a strong Floatplane tie-in.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
So I would expect us to have some fairly compelling content. I would expect us to work together. I haven't talked to you about this yet, but I'd expect us to work together on a system where not just Linus Media Group, but other creators who are also present at LTX and also on the Floatplane platform could also get a nice little subscriber boost if people felt like supporting them for virtual ticket instead of LMG. Which of course we'd be totally cool with, because the way that, so A, Floatplane is actually legally a completely separate entity, and B, Linus Media Group and LTX, I would actually like for them to one day be not separate, but capable of operating independently.
Yeah, LTX. Yeah, that makes sense.
Like-
It's kind of like the Penny Arcade and PAX situation. Like there's obvious associations between that.
To
but
be
a lot
clear, I have no intention of not showing up anymore,
yeah, except for during Backstreet Boys.
except for during back. I am going to go to that concert, and that's just going to have to be the way that it is.
But like
I want it that way.
there's a there's a ton of people that go to PAX, including myself, that I mean, no offense to Gabe and Tycho, but like the only reason why I know their names is because I've been going for so long.
Yeah,
Like, I never went because of them. I went because their show is really cool and they did a great job with PAX. And I could see that becoming the future of LTX as well.
Kopi asks, how long does it take to get a reply from the Floatplane support team?
It's pretty fast.
Pretty fast, but like we've been a little bit behind, but like pretty fast.
I do know that as of last night, they zeroed out. There was no tickets. So should be pretty quick.
Vic asks if the price of Floatplane will increase when it's announced on the YouTube channel. Absolutely. It will probably increase before that. Or you know what? Maybe. I don't know. You know what? We'll have to see. We'll decide.
Sure.
We'll decide what makes sense.
Yeah.
Boo Boo asks, why are we paying USD when we're Canadian? It's a great question. It's because, like it or not, the US dollar is kind of the currency of the world.
It's also way more stable in general. And a lot of our bills, a lot of Floatplane's bills are in USD. It's also having one singular currency is much easier when you're a smaller team.
Honestly, the biggest reason is that nobody knows what the hell a Canadian dollar is. So if we say, hey, it's $5 Canadian, people are like, is that a lot?
If I can
Is that a little bit?
extrapolate his question, I think he's asking to pay in localized currencies,
Oh, I see.
which like could be a thing eventually, but it's
Yeah.
actually a lot of work.
Give
and
us
it's
time.
A lot of work on multiple ends,
Yeah.
and yeah. Eventually.
All right. Why don't we, oh wow, I was gonna say we should do some topics, but then we have to do sponsor spots.
Sponsors!
Because we have to go right at 6 today, because we are going to, wait, do people know?
I don't know. Are we allowed to say?
I don't know.
I know we're like.
I'm gonna check with them. Okay, so we're going somewhere. We have a party
Yeah.
to go to tonight.
Yeah.
So, our sponsors for today, I actually have no idea who they
I
are.
got locked out.
You got locked.
Like that's the second that happened.
Pulseway. Pulseway
Hey,
is
yeah.
the real-time remote monitoring and management software that's actually so easy to use that I can do it. You can manage and monitor from one app. It's compatible with Windows, Mac, Linux, and applications, and gets you access to real-time status, system resources, logged-in users, network performance, Windows updates, and more. So you can fix problems on the go by sending commands from any mobile device. You can create and deploy custom scripts to automate your IT tasks. You can scan, install, and update all your systems on the go. It's got remote desktop functionality, and my favorite thing is, like, honestly, one of the simplest thing it does, but it's made my life so much better. I get a ping every time OneX server is under 10% storage space, so that I can go hit ed and get the editors to offload their
Hey, delete things.
offload
Move
their
them.
files
Get
to the
rid of it.
vault.
Yeah.
Honestly, though, it has saved us so much hassle with the camera guys going to ingest something and it's full, or like they start an ingest overnight, come back in the morning, it didn't complete. Now we got to do the whole thing all over again. That edit that was supposed to start in the morning can't start. Like, yay, Pulseway.
It's the very real world example.
So
of
try
being
it for
awesome.
free at pulseway.com right there. Also sponsoring today's episode, private internet access. We've actually been working with PIA for almost a year now.
It's been a while.
It has been a while, and it's one of those sponsors that's great because I haven't gotten a single
I was
complaint
just
about
gonna say
them.
no complaints.
Not one.
No complaints.
It's affordable. It works on Windows, Mac OS, Android, iOS, Linux, and Google Chrome. You can connect up to 5 devices at a time on the same account, which is flippin' sick. And it's got all the VPN functionality that you could pretty much ask for. Go check it out at lmg.gg/PIA WAN. Finally, we have a bit of an unusual sponsor.
I saw this. That's
Sewell
really
Direct. This right here, this is really cool, and it's still wrapped. Dang it, Jono. I'm assuming this was Jono. So these guys have all kinds of like audio, video, data connectivity solutions, everything you need for your next project, and one in particular is really cool.
So sweet.
This is their Light Link cable, and it is a 300 does that say, wait, is that meter?
I thought it was feet.
300 foot. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So 100 meter, 300 foot HDMI cable. It's an active cable. So you've got to go, okay, this one is labeled for source and this one's labeled for display. But what? So basically it's HDMI over fiber and utilizes a converter in the head to turn electrical signals into optical signals. Because it uses fiber, it can send the signal instantaneously with no perceptible latency at longer distances than regular HDMI, and this is without any need for repeaters. And you can check out this and many, many other AV solutions over at SewellDirect.com, and you can save 20% on all their HDMI cables using offer code linustech. So we'll have that linked below for you there. Should we do any news? Oh, hold on, I'm about to find out. Oh, no, he would prefer if we did not, especially on WAN show.
All right.
So we are going to a party, but we can't say why.
Yeah.
Or what it's for, or why it's really exciting. I'm really sorry, you guys.
Get
I'm
out.
sorry I brought it up in the first place. This particular person on staff is quite private.
Yeah.
Actually, they were the one that showed me the whole flag thing with Will Wheaton. Do you know about this? You see this? You heard about this? So Will Wheaton put up a flag. I forget what the flag was. It was an American flag. I don't know. It was some kind of flag, and it was basically like a silent.
Will Wheaton.
What the other guy, the dude guy,
Shia LaBeouf.
Shia LaBeouf. Whatever. They both look the same to me.
Yeah, I know this whole story.
Sorry.
It's great. Go keep going because they should know.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So anyway, Shia LaBeouf puts up. Sorry, not Will Wheaton.
I was so confused.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's
I'm
okay.
sorry. I'm sorry. They're both just like living internet memes.
Yeah, I understand. To be fair, I think that's why I figured out who it was so quickly.
Yeah. So Shia
But,
LaBeouf put up this flag that was like some kind of Trump protest or something.
"We will stand together" or something
Anyway,
like that. Yeah,
and then it was live streamed. So it had a camera pointed at it, and it was supposed to be impossible to find because it was just a flag in a field, and you couldn't really see anything other than the sky behind it.
He will not divide us.
Sure. Yeah, that's right. Thank you. And then basically 4chan put their collective heads together and managed to determine from the paths of aircraft flying behind it, because it was a live stream, where exactly it was and find it and replace it with, what did they replace it with?
I thought it was a Pepe flag. I
Pepe
don't
flag or
know.
something like that. I don't know. Whatever.
know.
The point is, this particular member of our staff, who,
They definitely stole it.
yeah, they definitely stole a flag,
I don't know. Yeah.
drew my attention to this and basically said, this is why, I won't post any pictures on the internet, even of like my wall, because given enough time and enough people.
Don't you remember the old studio,
Which old studio?
the house,
Yeah.
when the person recognized what house it was based on the floor?
Yeah, because based on the floor?
Wasn't it the floor?
Oh,
I
don't
might not remember this story properly.
So we did have, within like days of us moving into our old studio, the house, someone had looked up like real estate listings for houses that were recently sold in that area. Like the detective work involved in this one, honestly, isn't even that deep.
Yeah,
Because they
yeah,
were able to
yeah.
look, and then actually, I think there were several houses with the same floor plan because it's one of those really samey subdivisions.
Yeah.
They managed to determine which exact one it was, and I think they like left something on the doorstep or something. So needless to say, that was pretty creepy for us at the time. And actually, it was part of the reason why I just gave up, and that's why our address for this studio is on our website, linusmediagroup.com.
As public as possible.
On Google, because really, ever since we did that, all the intrigue, all the excitement
gone.
around
Yeah.
where do they film is just dead.
I've had people ask, like, where do I send fan mail? I've had random people just, how do I ship you stuff? I'm like, just Google it.
Yeah, literally.
Super easy,
Google
no
it.
problem.
It's right there.
Don't worry about me sending you the answer because you can look it up at any time on Google Maps.
Yep.
no
And to
problem.
be clear, I'm not advocating this solution
No.
for every creator.
No,
I mean, there
it's
was
not a good idea for everybody.
Gavin from Slow Mo Guys had a gunman show up at his house.
Well, so did Dr. Disrespect. He had
Really?
2 drive-bys on his house, bullets through the building.
When did that happen?
This was fairly recently.
Wow.
Yeah, like people suck, so like maybe not the greatest.
The good news for us is we make relatively uncontroversial content.
Yeah. Hey, you like that computer stuff?
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Sweet.
What did Dr. Disrespect ever do to anyone?
Probably disrespected them.
Oh. Yeah, you better applaud yourself because
I'm not getting it from anybody else.
No.
A little pat myself on the back.
you're most certainly not.
Oh man, that was great.
Nerdcubed apparently got a crazy fan show up outside their apartment door because they accidentally showed the floor outside of his apartment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a thing. People suck. But like, if you remove some of the mystique and the potential intrigue,
It has worked great for us for the last 3.5 years.
knock knock.
Yeah, and it's been good. I think overall, actually, our community is sort of a cut above some of the other ones, though. And I don't say that to like try to kiss ass or whatever else. It's not about that. It's just like if you go into our comment section and then go to any other video on the internet and go to the comment section. Like even on YouTube, which is an utter cesspool, YouTube comment section, it's horrendous. Ours is for the most part really respectful.
Generally, yeah, it's still not like obviously it's not perfect. Any
Floatplanes is
complete,
better.
yeah. It wouldn't, I didn't want to shill too hard, but it is. But
you?
like any open public forum
Yeah,
is going to have some garbo.
some disagreement.
Yeah, like it's gonna happen. Whatever.
But it's not bad.
Yeah.
Speaking of bad, Facetime's bug. This was originally posted on 9to5 Mac, or at least our article that we got the source from is here. Oh, from the forum. Posted by Suits on the forum, and their article that they're referencing is 9to5mac.com. A bug discovered
this
this
is
week
brutal, yeah.
lets you call anyone with FaceTime and immediately hear the audio coming from their phone before the person on the other end has accepted the incoming call.
It's not technically immediate. You add person, create a group call, and then you add your own number. So it's like it takes a little step, but like if they're not by their phone, you're gonna get it.
Oh.
We're still here.
Did someone just turn off the lights? Oh, wait. Oh, I think it's fine. No, that was his light. It's just, it was bright. Like, look, we still look fine.
And that one.
No, it's the one. Yeah, that was the window light.
Okay.
And this one.
Cool. Yeah, Brandon just hit the Casa scene, everything off.
And that one.
For some reason, the blue one's on a Casa module, but the red one's not. So I'm not sure what the deal is there exactly. That's fine. Anyway, Apple has temporarily disabled group FaceTime calls, giving themselves time to fix the bug without breaking other things, and the bug was found by a 14-year-old.
Nice.
He and his mother tried to report it for days before Apple responded, going as far as registering as developers in the bug bounty program. Apple has apologized for the bug and says a fix is coming in the next week. Have they committed to, like, give a bunch of money to this kid yet?
They should.
They probably should.
Yeah.
In other news, this was posted by RC Mihel on the forum. There was a big data breach, actually, a
Yeah.
bunch of big data breaches.
Massive.
So we had collection 1, what was this, like last week or something like that?
Very recently, I don't remember exactly.
I don't remember. Big data breach. Now we've got collections 2 through 5 or something like that. The biggest one is collection 2 at 526 gigs of text. And the price for lifetime access to it is just $45. The hacker has access to some 4 terabytes of password packages, which are less than a year old. So if you want to know if you've been pwned, check haveibeenpwned.com.
Probably have.
You've probably been pwned. I'm sure I've been pwned. I'm going to find out if I've been pwned.
Most of my emails have been pwned multiple times at this point. But not all of them.
Let's find out if my work email has been pwned. Pwned? Question mark? Oh no, pwned.
How many times?
5 times.
5
baby.
times. Boom. A couple of my like newer, fresher emails haven't
Yeah.
been pwned yet, and it's like, it's new and shiny. Oh, I'm
Let's
sure.
find out if my personal email
I'm
has
sure.
been pwned. Good news.
Whoa!
No ponage found.
Crazy.
I don't really use it for anything.
Eh.
Now, let's try my email that has been leaked multiple times, like on Linus Tech Tips. I'm even just gonna say it: thepeanutsgallery@hotmail.com. Okay, here we're gonna find out together if I have been pwned. Let's just make sure there's nothing incriminating on the screen here. Oh, wrong screen. Right. That makes sense. 1 second here. Hold on. Have I been pwned?
There wasn't, so it doesn't matter.
Try that again. All right, so this one's great because I've had it since I was like in high school.
Yeah.
And it's funny because it's a pun. So it's Peanuts, which is that comic strip with the character Linus, and it's the Peanut Gallery, which was like the riffraff in Shakespearean times that like ate all the peanuts and left peanut shells all over the floor. The standing only, like the yahoos.
Yeah.
So I was like, the Peanuts Gallery. Ha ha ha, aren't I funny? No one ever got it. Just, it's awful.
You know what mine was?
It's awful. What was yours?
Ladiesboy54
No way.
at hotmail.com.
No way.
100%.
Ladies Boy 54.
I hadn't picked my actual favorite number yet, so it was like close because it's 54, but my favorite number became 57. And one of my friends convinced me.
Why Ladies Boy?
One of my friends convinced me to do Ladies Man, and I was like, I'm not a man. I'm not a man.
I are dead.
I can't be a man. I can't put man in my email. I'm not a man.
I actually
So
miss
I
my
chose
old
boy.
email. My first email address was mumu_the_cow at hotmail.com.
That's actually amazing.
I have never actually had a short and sweet email address.
Yeah.
Like, even back when you could get short email addresses, I was like, nah, dog.
No, I want to have my whole name or whatever.
I refused to have numbers in any of my handles.
Okay.
That has kind of like always been my jam because, like, imagine if floatplane.com was like floatplane57.com. This is stupid.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah, it does.
And like,
It's true.
especially when your name is Linus Sebastian,
Okay,
there's
well-
not really an excuse.
What was it? Moo the cow?
Mumu_the_cow at hotmail.com.
That's so good.
And people be like, why? Like, why not?
The only
Better than
account.
Snurdy Stan, which was like my best friend's email at the time.
Oh my god.
I was like, what is Snurdy Stan? Your name isn't even Stan.
The main accounts I would like to get back are not emails at this point.
Really?
I don't care about Ladies Boy 54.
Do you have like a 5-digit
If someone
Steam
gets
account or
that,
something?
like, that's weird, but whatever. No, not the, I still have my old Steam account from forever ago.
Okay.
I want my RuneScape account
Oh.
from dial-up internet days
Oh.
because apparently they're still around. I've tried. I can't
Really?
get it.
If anyone from the RuneScape team is watching, Luke wants his RuneScape
I would
account
love.
back.
I will give you all the information I possibly can. I would love to get that account back.
Watch it
That
show
would
up
be
on Have I
so
Been
cool.
Pwned.
That's yeah.
Got pwned.
That's
Not
back from
actually
when.
RuneScape dev.
Did you ever play RuneScape?
No.
So when you're walking around, if people are
a
talking
little
to
old.
each other,
Yeah.
you see speech bubbles above their
Yeah,
heads,
yeah.
and they'll like stand near each other and talk to
Yeah.
each other. It's fine. That was so early on in my gaming, and it was so early on in online gaming in general.
Yeah.
I would always think they were talking to me, so I would answer everybody that I walked by. I just want to see like what I had, like what was I doing? You know what I mean? I feel like it would be a really interesting window into like what I was interested in that
Yeah,
time. What
that
were
is
my main
interesting.
skills? Like what was I working on? I just feel like it would be kind of cool.
All right.
But it's my RuneScape account and my Neopets account for the same reason.
Neopets.
Hell yeah, dude. Neopets was sick. I just
All
played
right.
the casino games all the time.
Have I been pwned? Oh no! Wow, only 2?
That's actually surprisingly low.
Wow.
What about the public one for work?
The public one for work. Oh wow.
I was
Okay.
vague because I didn't. Okay, yeah.
10 breached
breaches.
sites.
Ooh.
3 steps to better security. 1, don't be an idiot. 2,
Oh jeez.
that's awesome.
Oh man.
Speaking of awesome, that's it for the Awesome WAN show for the day. We will see you guys again next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. Wait, thumbs up. Why am I doing that? It's good. Well, it's bad that it's over, but it's good that it's good.
Also,
And
the
it's
channels down there.
good that it's coming. No,
button
that's the
to click
LTT.
on?
Oh. What do you think of this?
I've seen.
Have you
yeah.
seen this yet?
No, I think it looks really sharp.
Yeah, this is our latest hoodie design.
Show the. Do. Really cool.
Yeah. But like not too over
Subtle.
the top. And like if you're just like this, it's just like, whatever. You know,
You
like
won't
you
fully
don't.
even be able to read
Yeah,
it.
and-
I really like the pocket logo.
Yeah, the only logo's right there. The back is just clean. See?
I like this.
Yeah.
The lines on the back look sharp. Yeah.
So that's
Looks
been our
cool.
whole thing over the last like 10 months is trying to make just way better merch.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
100 times better merch.
And you guys have been succeeding. My favorite shirt is the like Constellation shirt. Like my favorite shirt that I own in general is the Constellation shirt.
Comfy. They're so comfy now. Like, yeah, I'm really happy. So guys, you can check out lttstore.com for dank merch. This isn't there yet. This is still like many weeks away, unfortunately. Have you seen Project Codename Batman? It's a different hoodie.
No.
It's a little more like biker jackety looking.
Okay.
Like it's a much more aggressive style. This one's more stealthy. It's going to be more expensive. It's going to be a really different material. We're calling it a swacket.
Sweater jacket?
Yeah, it's kind of a sweater jacket. Oh, did I even show you the coolest feature of this thing?
No. Oh, it's got a phone pocket.
Phone pocket. That, unlike a lot of other phone pockets I've encountered, is actually like impossible to accidentally get your phone out of.
Okay, I was really scared when you started doing that.
Ah!
I feel like terrible infomercial man right now, but
you
that's
want it-
actually pretty cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm happy. It's kind of hard to put the phone in,
But if it's secure,
but that's the trade-off.
I jumped over a like security barrier pole at BCIT once when I was trying to run to class, and my phone flopped out of my exactly side pocket like that in my sweater and smacked into the ground and exploded into a million pieces.
Okay.
Luckily, it was an S3, so I put it back together and it was fine. But yeah.
Got a second here. Brian Lyons, you're done.
Whoa.
You're done.
Okay.
Okay. So his comment here. Okay.
All right.
Mr.
All right.
Lyons here. Linus just named himself Linus after the Peanuts piano player. His real name is Rudolph Ransom. All right. Schroeder plays the piano. Linus has the blanket. Get it right. Oh, Superchats.
Hey.
Hey.
I got you.
Oh lordy, there's a bunch of them. Why is the WAN show archive playlist has videos starting from 2013 only? We don't really update it anymore because we're lazy. Sorry. Thank you for the 100 rubles. I have no idea how much that is. Stupid idea for a video from Jake. Underclocking a high-end system to the point of barely stable. Why? For shiz and giggles. That's basically every video. Oh, underclocking. Oh, so I actually was going to do an underclocking video on NCIX Tech Tips, like way back in the day. You might have been around for that. Mm-hmm. And we didn't do it because it wasn't great.
Yeah.
Arthur says, why was Luke getting fat? Did he get married?
Nope.
Joey, hey Linus and Luke, love the show. When are we going to see the next video about the mineral oil PC? Actually, it won't be mineral oil. This is cool. There's a new competitor
you
to
doing
Florinert.
it?
A new competitor to 3M solution that's much cheaper.
Oh, I know.
And so we want to do something custom here.
That's really cool.
So we've got the CNC, we've got like we're working on an actual workshop next door.
Yeah.
It'll take some time.
That's legit.
Stay tuned.
Okay, that's really cool.
Gamer Live Presents says, finally I'm able to watch live. Been watching you for years. Thank you. You're welcome, and thank you. Vendetta says, please no more unboxing. Oh, it'll probably happen. Black Hawk Who says, seriously watching the WAN show on an 82-inch screen from an 8-foot beanbag with my +1 because LTT is fun, no BS entertainment, goofy as hell.
Heck
It's
yeah.
sure not tech news anymore.
No.
I even acknowledged that on a recent episode of Tech Linked. I was like, yeah, because like the WAN show is just an hour of BS now. How many news topics did we do?
It's
and I was
fun.
only just trying to be like,
We flew through,
Nice
I
to
think,
James.
2 of them at the very end. We didn't actually cover the one that's in the title.
did we not?
No.
What was the one in the title?
It's the most interesting one.
Oh crap! Apple disabled
Apple slaps
Google.
Facebook and
Yeah,
Google.
their internal apps. They disabled them because they were using them to collect data that they're not supposed to per Apple's terms and conditions and user agreement. And then Facebook and Google said, "Yep, oops, our bad." And then Apple re-enabled them, and they're gonna fix them.
Good. I think it's really good.
Yeah, it's really good.
Honestly, the more of these news articles that come out, the more likely the next phone I get is going to be an Apple, which is weird.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not even kidding. Security reasons. I do so much work stuff on my phone, and like they're generally better for security reasons. So
Joe Riccioni says thank you. Thank you too. Scrapyard Wars, Odd Job. Funding from Odd Jobs, yard keeping, etc. We have literally made that video, RWX Lone Wolf. I think it's called Laptop or Bust.
Yeah.
I don't
I
know
know
if we
that was
ended
the
up-
internal
Yeah,
name.
I don't know if we ended up calling it that.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm going to look it up.
West says, where can I send a longer message concerning LTT's possible
It is-
first-person view RC element? Also, I work at a hobby shop. linustechtips@gmail.com. We have had a few people reach out to help us with that already, though, so I'm not sure what the deal is. Hector says, Hector from Sewell, our sponsor, sent another
Hey.
$10. you already paid for the exposure on the show. For some reason, the Amazon code has not updated. Should be ready by the time the show ends. For sure works on the Sewell Direct site. Oh, okay. Well, that's good to know.
Okay.
Marcus says, have you ever been propositioned by someone due to being an online personality?
Yeah.
Really? I haven't.
Oh.
Ouch.
Maybe they're being courteous.
know what? I think
'cause
that's enough
They knew
Super
you were
Chats for
married.
one day.
They knew you were married. They're just being nice.
Oh, heavens.
Oh boy.